Now today we're going to look at something quite exciting. I got told several months ago that this park won't be getting any new lodges unless somebody ordered one. And then all of a sudden some trucks roll in, two halves of a lodge appear. I'm here with Dog, but we've just arrived on site and there is a lodge already on site that's just arrived. But we've been away this week. And they spent probably a couple of months in two halves until a team came out to put them together. And it's a brand new lodge. It is the Willerby Boston. Now, this is the entry level lodge. It is £99,995, which is a lot of money. But it's the cheapest brand new lodge on the market. So let's have a look at what you're getting for your money. So as you can see, lodges are very big compared to caravans. I'm not sure the exact dimensions of this, but it is quite a decent sized lodge. It's got a triple aspect, meaning that there's 3 windows to the front apparently. It does have its own drive, so you've got a little drive there, but you could also get multiple cars down there. It'd be almost like your own private car park. So let's come up and have a look at this brand new Willerby Boston. Now I did actually come in here yesterday as they had a little open day with free cheese and Prosecco, which I fully took advantage of. So if we look around there, look, we've got the living room, we've got the dining room, we've got the kitchen. Look, there's still remnants of yesterday's little soiree. And then we've got a little seating area with a coat rack. Essentially that's a boot seat, innit? You're going to sit on there to take your boots off, and then presumably this cupboard here. Oh, this has got a load of coat hangers too. That's quite nice. So look at that. We've got coat hangers there. We've got new boiler, and we've got quite a lot of storage to put like the vacuum, the mop, bits and bobs like that. So let's scan around and then we'll have a proper look. So let's come around and look at the living room. So first thing we see is we've got a front opening sliding door, which is going to let a lot of air in. We need a bit of air in here today because it's quite warm. It's nice and lovely and hot on site. And you've got 2 big sofas. That looks like a 3-seater and I'm sat on a 2-seater. Now you'll notice the design of this particular lodge features this dark wood with pink effect. Now this might not appeal to many people. In fact, a few of my friends have mentioned they're not particularly fond of the pink. However, I kind of like it. I feel like I shouldn't like it, but I do. Right, so we've got this TV cabinet. Sorry, my notepad's flapping about there now I've opened that door. So we've got this TV cabinet there in front of us. Decent sized space. You could get a massive TV on there. It looks a bit lonely, a little bit lost, the TV. They've put it on just to sort of demonstrate it. Me personally, I'd be thinking about sticking something big on that wall. And then we've got a little coffee table that comes with it. And we've got this like little stool stroke buffet over there. I'm presuming it's to sit on, just because they put a cushion on it. If I'm honest, I feel like it's a little bit of a random stool. It's almost like it's the naughty step. Because I feel like, because I'm now sat in the corner on this, like I've been a little bit like I've been told off and I've got to sit in corner for a minute or two. Right, so looking up, you've got these nice big curtains on a black pole. The curtains do seem nice material, nice thick carpet as well, a grey silver carpet. there's not much more to say about the living room, if I'm honest. And when you start watching TV, oh, there's your little plug sockets behind there, look. Just standard cheap white plug sockets. But is there some for TV as well, or is that it? No, there's some behind the TV as well, so that's handy. And a big radiator under the window. Now you'll notice you've got a window sill. Now with lodges, they are built thicker, so there's more insulation, so it keeps them toastier. And that's part of the reason that on a lodge you get a 40-year tenure, because they're built to a slightly higher specification than a standard caravan. And then we come round to the dining area. You've got fairly solid looking table. Again, that same wood grain, like a slightly walnut effect, I think. I don't really know the different colours of woods, but I think it's a walnut. So you've got a nice 4-seater table. It's been set out with a bottle of wine, look. There's not a great deal to say about the dining area other than it looks nice, it looks fresh, it looks clean. But look at that kitchen over there. See them pink cupboards again? I think they're quite nice. Right, so if we come round and we look, you've got this big cupboard here. So you've got quite a bit of space actually when you look at it. To be fair, that space would be quite nice. If you've got children, you could get a little mat down, kids could play with toy cars, that sort of thing. Or if you get pissed, you could play Twister in that amount of space, if that's what you're into. So we've got a cupboard. They've got quite nice handles on them actually. They're sort of like black with slightly textured. I think they're going to have that throughout. And then this huge mirror, as you can see, there's a rather handsome chap there filming. Could be me. And then we come to the sort of kitchen area, and you can see where it splits between the living room and the kitchen. I'm presuming this bit here is just basically where they've attached the two halves together. And it's quite a nice kitchen. I do actually like this. You've got this long breakfast bar going along here. The only thing that could improve it slightly is if you allowed a slight overhang on this side, then you could have some stools along here. I think that's a slight mistake on Willerby's part. I think that would have been a nice finish for it. And then if we look down, yeah, we've got these nice black. You can't really tell, but they're textured. Can you hear it, maybe? Anyway, big cupboards, lots of storage in the kitchen, huge drawers, look at that. Imagine how many knives and forks and stuff you can get in there, plenty. And you've even got a big drawer to stick your pots and your pans in, so you don't have to ram them in a cupboard. I do think drawers are slightly better. Again, a massive cupboard, there's loads of space there, isn't there? Going around, oh, we've got a washing machine. Now, most caravans don't have washing machines, but if you're going to be here for an extended period, maybe you're retired and you're planning on spending 6 weeks, 8 weeks, maybe even a couple of months here, a few months at a time, a washing machine is definitely a plus. Now, they haven't actually got metal blinds, they've got like them plastic blinds. That I do like, that is good, because I do have a particular hatred for the metal blinds. Again, the pink cupboards, same handles. Down here, we've even got a dishwasher, smaller dishwasher than normal. You know, we've realised that by having our caravan, which is Swift Bordeaux, the dishwasher isn't that particularly great. Now, whether it's the water on site, I don't know, but apparently quite a few people struggle with the dishwashers. Decent looking microwave, space above it for your tins of beans. Nice big extractor fan above the cooker, that's quite nice. Likewise, we've got nice glass or perspex backing. Look at all these little goodies that are in here. Might get robbed on the way out. And then we've got this big fridge freezer. Several bottles of wine currently in there. And there's lots of cheese and selections of ham. that might be going home with me. And then decent size fridge freezer for your ice cream and your frozen burgers ready for your barbecue. So that's the main living area. Now I'm going to take you through to, let's go to the bathroom first. Right, now you might see that there's a big strip. Now that's come off here, and basically all it is when the guys will fit it together, they've not stuck it and then tapped it in place, so it's like peeled off, so it does need reattaching. It's only a minor thing to do. So have we got electric? We have. Right, so we come in to the bathroom. Standard toilet, round toilet. Nothing spectacular about that, I suppose. We've got this nice wooden unit above, and look, there's already a lot of tat on it. But it makes it look quite pretty, doesn't it? Just one sec. What the hell is going on here? This some kind of swingers convention?
Hi there.
Hi there.
Hi.
What is going on here then?
Oh,
I'm
lovely.
sweating like a bee.
Eh?
Oh, lovely.
What are you doing? Why don't you get in living room now?
We are now.
We are now.
Oh, are you?
I'm sweating like a beast.
Well,
Sweating like a bee. Well, don't leave this looking a mess. Make sure it's tidy, you lot.
We're just tidying it now.
Oh, look, another one of them strips have fallen off and all, look.
You need to put that.
Yeah.
They're like peeling off, aren't they, everywhere?
No. So forget your fruit shoot, little boy.
We've got a fruit shoot. Yeah, look. Right, I'm back in the bathroom. Right, so we've got a standard sink, standard flooring. We've got a little mirror so you can brush your teeth and see your face. Decent sized mirror, and we've got a bath. Hey, now you don't get them in caravans, do you? You only ever get showers. So we've got a bath with shower attachment there. It would be nice to have a bath, come on a Friday night, relax. That'd be lovely, that, wouldn't it? Right, and then we've got this roller blind. That's quite nice, I like that. That's not a bad little touch. And then we've got, you know, you've got your big towel radiator. Right, so we're gonna come out. Now you did notice that I just showed you this, look at that. Right, it seems like the edging where they've just stuck them on, because they've stuck them, they haven't pinned them, so they're peeling off all over the place. I think that's probably down to the heat. So I'll have to tell the sales guy about that, because it's obviously when they come and show people, they don't want to see that. Right, so into the main bedroom, we've got this nice big double bed. And as you saw before, it's big enough to get 3 people on. So if you're a triplet, a triple or whatever they call it, you can all squeeze on here. Or in my case, it's probably big enough for me, my wife and my dog. Right, look at this. They've got some more modern plug sockets, meaning you can have USB and you can also charge directly into the more modern, I think you call them a fire pot, or is it a USB-D or something? That's a USB-C, isn't it? So that's a USB-D. Although it did say PD. What do you mean part D? 20 watt max. So good to see an update there. I'm not overly keen on this, look, wooden backboard. If I'm paying 100 grand, I want my head to be padded when I'm reading my phone in the morning. Also, it's just a standard metal framed bed, which is a shame. No deluxe bed there. I mean, they could have had something a little bit nicer, couldn't they? Nice little side tables. And then this is the weird thing, right? Let me turn around and show you, because that door is not your wardrobe. This is your wardrobe. It's a wardrobe dressing area all in one. So you've got a little area there to basically for the ladies to do the hair and makeup, and I'm sure once you turn that light on it'll give you sufficient lighting to be able to do your hair and makeup. Now there is only one plug, meaning you can't have your hairdryer and your straighteners plugged in or your curlers. You can only plug one thing at a time. But then you've got this open rail for your clothes, and then obviously you've got plugs up there for your aerial. There's a little cupboard down here. Oh, that's just for your electric. I suppose it keeps it tidy. But yeah, you've got your clothes there, and then to your left you've got this shelving unit with drawers. Now my only problem is with that, falling into things. My only problem with that is that by not having a door, I feel that area will probably get messy and make your bedroom look messy pretty quickly. I do think that's a bit of a downside. Now we come in here and it's got its own ensuite bathroom. So you've got, again, you've got toilet, you've got radiator, you've got a nice little unit with your tat on, making it look pretty. And then to your right, you've got a nice big shower. Nice big, nice smooth sliding door. Seals well as well, which is what you want. Quite a few showers can lack that a little bit. Good magnet on it. Looks like the shower itself goes high. Yeah, you're gonna easily, if you're 6 foot, you're gonna still manage to get under that. So that's good. And then you've got, you know, your little sink and the mirror so you can brush your teeth. So I do like that. Quite like that. I quite like the ensuite in the bedroom. Right, and then we come through into the children's bedroom, get a bit of light on, and it's quite spacious, look. I mean, compared to a caravan, you've got a lot of space around your bed. So you've got a single bed there, slightly bigger. Ooh, these bloody things are falling all over the place, aren't they? Right, and you've got a single bed there with a little cabinet in the middle. We do have a plug socket again, so the children can charge the tablets, the phones, whatever else they might need. And then you've got attachments there on the wall, so you could put a TV up on the wall so they can watch TV in bed or stream whatever they want. And again, they've got this big storage area that is open. It's also holding another one of them strips that have fallen off the wall somewhere. Bit of a shame. Clearly the guys who came and put this thing together didn't put any little nails in, but that can be easily rectified. So you've got a big shelf here that the kids can put toys on. Maybe they want to put little collectible figures or all the crap they win from the arcade. Mirror again. Got a clothes rail there. And a set of drawers. And that is basically it. So let me take you back through to the living room. Right, so we've had a good look around this caravan. A right good neb. And we've got a bit of a split decision over what different people think to it. One of his friends is ready to put an offer in. Might only be 50p, but they're still ready to put an offer in. Right? Some of his friends are not that keen. My beef is, it's a lot of money without much substance. It's just basically a pretty big shell. I feel like there's a lot that could be improved on. And I don't blame like the park. I don't blame Park Dean on this one. This is purely down to Willerby. I think missing a little bit of attention to detail when designing. I think the bedrooms could do with cupboard doors on it, so you can't see the mesh once you've got all your clothes on the rails. I think they could do with a slightly better bed rather than just a metal frame. And I think just a few little touches like that. Also, the kitchen top, if it would come over slightly, you could have stools on it, so you could have a proper breakfast bar. But other than that, I actually like the pink cupboards. I actually like the design of the kitchen. I like the sofas. I like it. I like everything else about it, but I just feel it's missing that special little something. And I don't quite feel that I'd be willing to pay £99,995. And don't forget, you'd probably want to get decking on there, so you still want to budget in another 15 grand maybe to get a deck. And if you wanted a spectacular deck, you're looking at 20 grand for a full wrap around, I believe. But I want to know what you think. What do you think to this lodge? What really makes you go wow, and what makes you go hmm? And what the hell are you doing over there? Right, anyway. That's all from me and these giggling idiots in the background. I'm going to get a drink now because it's very warm, so I'll see you down the club.